What is going on, Buff Nation? Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend or a great start to your week, depending on where you're watching this or when you're watching this. Welcome to part 2 of my Kahlil Benson film room. We're taking a look at his second half against Ohio State this past year. If you don't know much about Kahlil Benson, 6'6", I imagine he's over 310 pounds right now. Played right tackle last year. I think he'll be competing for the job this year, but maybe he gets kicked inside as well. We'll have to see, but decided to record this instead of going live because I had a handful of different things that YouTube made me trim out of the live video that I did with part 1. Links in the description to that. Go ahead and check it out. But today we're going to get into his second half performance against Ohio. And as we get started, be sure to hit that like. We're on our way to 7,000 subs. So sub as well. You'll see on this first play, 1st and 10, first play of the half, Kahlil Benson, number 67. Hopefully you guys like this orange cursor, trying to incorporate a little bit better visuals for you. Nice little down block right there. And this was one of Kahlil Benson's, honestly, one of his best played games this year and one of his best pass blocking performances of the year against Ohio State, which is no slouch. See there, helping that double team with Bedford. They're able to open up a decent hole and nice little gain of a couple at least. Now, I do play this in 0.75 speed for copyright reasons. I tried the 1.25, didn't work as well. Was dinged a lot more, but we can go ahead and take a look here. Got a 4-down lineman look. The rush 5 right there. See Kahlil Benson. And give them some nice time right there. Let's go ahead and move on. You can watch here again. Benson, 67 right here. Handles him very, very well. We'll hold right there. Of course, y'all be sure to let me know in the live chat and in the comments what your thoughts are on Kahlil Benson. We have a 3rd and 8 situation right here. Benson, with the help of the tight end, this is something that we've wondered if they will be able to give him tight end support here at CU if he is starting at that right tackle position. We'll just have to see. This tight end kind of helps separate a little bit from the pass rusher. And then Kahlil Benson does a great job here of getting back. Allowing that edge rusher to come up like downfield more. That's totally fine. You want your quarterback to be able to step up. And we get a nice little gain right here. Unfortunately, a few yards short of a 1st down conversion. So they're going to have to punt. But let's take another look here. I thought Benson did a very good job of getting in position on this snap. Good communication there on the line. Everybody understands who they have, who they're responsible for. .33 kind of gets around him pretty easily, but again, Kahlil Benson sets up in a way that forces that pass rusher to go definitely take a wider angle than they would like to. And I would count that as a good pass block. All right, another 22 personnel right here. Some of y'all would call this a zone read. Am I crazy that I think that the zone read definitely falls under the RPO umbrella? I know that some of y'all were very particular about that, but uh, if you're right here, decent little run play here from Indiana using this RPO. Benson does a really good job of making contact and not letting go of his man. Felt like he did a pretty good job run blocking there. All right, we're about 9 minutes through the third quarter. Again, let's get some more 21 personnel out there, okay? But I noticed throughout this whole game, and we saw this in the first half as well, Kahlil Benson does have the luxury of having a tight end work beside him most of the time. I do wonder if that's why we saw him have better success from a statistical pressures, hurries, and pass blocking grade areas, because he did have that support. I'll have to check out some of his other games to see if he still had this tight end support on some of these other performances that weren't as strong. Now, another zone read here. Quarterback makes the right read right here. And I think, again, Benson does a decent job. Doesn't allow 33 to get a part of the play. Let's take another look at it right here. You'd like to see him stay engaged a little bit more than letting that guy come inside, but that might just be a little nitpicky from me. All right, here's one of the situations here where he doesn't have any tight end support. See, they got 4 wide. Showing blitz. 7 guys in the box right now. Quarterback is changing play. Kahlil Benson understands who he has. He'll probably take 33 on the edge. Now they're backing off quite a bit. Nice little move here from 33. He's able to generate a little bit of pressure inside. Incomplete pass. Let's take a better look at this. This little inside move right here. Yeah, and Benson looks a little stuck right here on this play, but you like the fact that he was going into some other bodies here, right? Kind of left hanging there. Bedford does a good job of supporting while he's already blocking another pass rusher. Nice job from him there. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Some more 2 tight end sets. Again, having that support here. We saw him do this a lot in the first half, supporting Bedford, double teaming in the run game. We'll see. Nice little block there by the tight end. Not a ton of room, but the running back does a pretty good job of staying patient, getting upfield for maybe a gain of 4. Let's take another look at that. And I noticed, like, one of the things in the run game is that he seems to get off the snap quicker than some of the defensive linemen, which is always preferred in the run game. I think he can struggle a little bit sometimes getting out in his pass protection, but you like to see him work his way upfield and playing through the whistle. 2nd and 7. No tight end support on this one, of course. Does a really good job, again, of maintaining contact. This is where his length really comes in handy right there. Forcing him down to the ground. Really solid pass block here from Benson. Whoops. Let's take another look right here. Good job of making contact, and he doesn't let go. Doesn't let go right there. Then forces him down to the ground. That's one of the best blocks I've seen during this time. Taking a look at his Ohio State film. All right, 3rd and 2, last play of the third quarter. And getting some more tight end help right there. He actually goes out on a route here. 3rd down. Does a good job of pushing him out of the play. Another nice pass block from Benson. I think 44 had like 5 sacks on the year, so pretty decent pass rusher for sure. Nice little throw there, converting for the first down. All right, now we're into the last quarter. Y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what you thought of Benson out of that third quarter. Again, kind of how I felt with his performance in the first half. In my first video is that there wasn't anything alarming. There wasn't also anything that was like, oh my God, this is mind-blowing, incredible. I thought it was decent, solid play. And I feel like that's mainly what I saw out of him within this third quarter. So now we'll get to the fourth quarter, though. See a little passing situation right here. Does a good job of forcing the pass rusher inside. Felt like that was kind of his thing already, though. And I mean, just a air throw from the quarterback. It's too bad that they couldn't convert that, but kind of working towards Benson's strength with drawing things inside. Whoops. He hops outside. 44 comes inside. They do a good job there. It's just a shame they can't get that play done. Okay, now we got a 2nd and 10. Some more tight end, some more motion. Looks like we got another option run play here, and Benson does a really good job sticking on that man right there. For the most part. Oh, man, and then he's able to actually get free and cause that main pressure. But good job from the quarterback working his way to the right, keeping his eyes downfield, and making this play. So initially, I thought this play was looking pretty good, but you see this defensive lineman just continue to work. Where he's able to, yeah, and I think called for a hold right here. Sure looked like a hold. Tough play from Benson right there. I think he was just outworked on that play. 2nd and 20. Does a good job of staying on the outside, forcing a wide angle from the pass rusher, and all he can kind of do is fall down, trying to cut inside. Let's take another look at this. Alfaru, if you're watching, let me know what you think about his technique. Nice solid play right there. All right, we got a 3rd down and 4. Again, Benson's right over here. Showing some pressure. We'll see if they stay in it or not. Nope, they come back out of it. Benson dealing with a little bit of a stiff arm to the face. A defensive lineman jumped a bit early, and a great open field tackle. I think that saves them in putting them in a 4th down situation right there. We'll see if they go for it. Yeah. Dealing with a hand to the neck right there, the face. But does a good job of staying upright. Really great job right there from Kahlil. And a great open field tackle there by number 7 for sure. All right. I'm not sure if this is 4th down or not. There's Benson right over there. And looks like they got a pass interference there on 4th down. Wow. Going up against I think is a little bit larger of a pass rusher than 44. Benson again does a pretty good job of making contact and just sticking with 97, even though he's brought back a little bit. I think did a pretty good job right there. Let's move on. Ooh, Bedford got taking the school on that one. Not Benson, Bedford. Let's take a look at this one. Ooh, jukes him out of his shoes right there. A little swim move. Running back, tough time, doesn't pick up on it. Benson, decent job sticking with his pass rusher. Let's move on. That's a tough block right there. Felt like he did not get out of his jump as quickly as you would have wanted to. 97 does a good job of beating him around the edge. That tight end didn't really do him any favors with kind of how he with how he lined up. But you see 97 just a lot quicker. A little slow footwork right there, I would say. But again, that angle didn't do him any favors. That tight end right there in front of him, kind of blocking the way a little bit. We can take another look right here. Yeah, it doesn't just seems to take kind of a poor angle, judging where 97 is going to be going. He's able to get around there, and yeah, lucky the quarterback to decide to hand that thing off pretty quickly. Yeah, that's a little run game there from the Hoosiers. All right. Looks like another wide pass rush possibly coming here. Great job sticking with him right there. Allows the quarterback to make a really solid throw right there. Really nice pass block there from Kahlil. Took a really big jump right there. And I like the fact that he doesn't, even though his hand gets pushed off, he's always still maintaining some contact right there good balance. Look at that balance, not falling down. I mean, this is something that a lot of our offensive linemen struggled with last year, is just staying balanced after they were contacted. He stays upright here. Really good job from him right there. All right, let's take a look at the next play. Some play action here, and 97 does a really good job of continuing to move his feet. Generates a nice pressure there. Again, right here. Looks inside really well through that double team. And yeah, ends up flushing him outside the pocket. Was he held a little bit there? No. So I think 97 got the best of him on that one. But no sacks let up in this game for Benson, which is really great. And seems like he's set things up a little bit better here with his angle. Working through the whistle right there. Don't really have much to say about this block. Again, here's Benson. I still would like to see him be a little bit more aggressive, you know? I think that's one thing that both Savion and Jared Christian Lichtenhand, really, I guess all of our offensive linemen last year, you like to see them be a little bit more mean at the point of attack, whether the play is in their direction or not. But hey, we got a 3rd and 7 now. Let's see how they do. They're showing blitz on this side. Dealing with a little bit of a stunt right here. And wow, allows that pass rusher to come free. And yeah, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one there. You'd like to see Bedford pick that up. But I mean, those stunts can be tough to stick with sometimes. And hand off. Maybe you'd like to see him. I don't know, like how realistic this is to see him follow him through the stunt, but yeah, that doesn't even look possible. I mean, 99 does a great job of just creating the assist here. Maybe that's 90. Yeah, 90. Really just did a great job of screening for this pass rusher to get free. And it's just a little too late right there. There's nothing you can do. Yikes. All right, let's take a look at this next play right here. Pass play. Decent job of sticking with him initially. And then 92 is able to kind of stop and restart all that, but great initial first block. You want the quarterback to get rid of it by then. See, and he just keeps working. Right. Looks like we got a passing play here on his own right here against 97. And a great job of just forcing him into the mess right there, creating a really open throwing lane for their quarterback. Here we got another zone read. Decent first job sticking with 97, but then you see, I mean, he's able to work his way off Benson pretty easily right there. I think one of the themes that I'm identifying is sometimes he makes really good uh, first contact and initial first block, but once these defensive linemen continue to work, sometimes he can struggle with that second portion of the battle. You see, he's able to push him off, get loose, work his way down, and help clean that thing up. And makes good initial contact right there, but isn't. I mean, he's just able to get off of Benson pretty easy right there. All right, let's take a look at this next play right here. And Benson right here. Wide pass rush. At least that's what they're showing. Gets rid of it quickly. And looks like we got a pass interference coming in there to extend this drive a little bit. And good initial first contact. Stays balanced. The quarterback had held on to the ball. Obviously, he's in trouble, but does a good job of releasing it pretty early. And you get the pass interference, which is nice. All right, 1st and 10. We only got a few more minutes left in this game. Y'all be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments on what you think about the second half of this film of Kahlil Benson against Ohio State. Again, I feel like statistically it was one of his best games on the year. Does a good job of dealing with those little feints that the pass rusher's throwing him, and then he kind of gives up. I guess this would be one of those two pressures, feel like, that he had, or quarterback hurries. He stays balanced, which is great, but gets knocked back quite a bit, collapsing the pocket. Kind of gets turned around a little bit. Does a good job of, again, dealing with those little nuanced fakes. You'd like to see him finish this guy on the ground right there. He allows him to get up and force him back still, collapsing that thing. Ends up taking a little bit of a shove, the quarterback does. All right, let's go to the next play here. Dealing with an edge rush and just beat off the line. But at least forces him to take a wide angle, which is nice, but forces the quarterback to step up, and there's pressure up front. That's a tough one. Yeah. 93 coming in there with a good play. But yeah, at least Benson forced a wide angle there. All right, just got a minute or two left in here. Go back. He's getting distracted. He's looking at the quarterback. The pass rush right here. Tight end just doesn't really do much there. He's got leverage on Benson. At least again forces him wide. Almost intercepted. Good Lord. So again, I think you'd like to see him be able to stick with those guys rather than letting them through. But overall, like the main thing is that you are making contact. He's making that initial contact. And I mean, that's something that we saw again, our offensive linemen just struggle with constantly last year, is just even making and maintaining some sort of first contact with these rushers. We'll run block there. Again, I'd like to see him continue to work a little bit further into the play. And I think this is the last one. This is the last play. Yeah. So take another look at it right here. 97 again. He's able to kind of work off of him pretty easily with that little swim. But it's kind of funny. We saw some more plays in the first half in which he was working his way upfield a little bit more. Obviously, Indiana being down in this game in the second half, we saw a lot less running plays than we saw in the first half. But again, overall, I thought this was a decent performance from Benson. There wasn't anything, again, like we saw against UCLA with guys just not even able to maintain contact. I would say that again, as just a fan taking a look at some of this film, what I like to see is that he's making that initial contact. Sometimes, again, maintaining that type of contact through that second part of the play. I think he could work on a little bit, as well as sometimes you see his feet be a little bit slower than what you see the pass rusher that's or the run rusher that's working against him. So yeah, again, I'm going to look into some of his other games as well. I have to admit, when I first turned this on, I thought that Benson would have had going by his statistical performances on pressures, hurries, all of that. This would have been a tougher matchup for him, one of the toughest and one of the tougher performances for him in terms of a pass blocking standpoint. But I thought he did a pretty solid job. Not perfect, not amazing, but also in this film, there wasn't anything that's like, wow, this is bad or anything like that. So it shows that there is good potential to work with. I think that he can get better. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think I got a few more games of his. Let me see which ones, and I can pull that up, against Penn State, against Wisconsin, against Penn State, Wisconsin, and Illinois. That's what I have right now. Only have Indiana on defense against Michigan right now. So hopefully that full game is put on at some point. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. And we're almost to 7,000 subs. So really appreciate you guys being here with me. Y'all have a wonderful day. And as always, y'all go Buffs.